For 22 years, I believed I had the perfect life, a stable marriage, a loving wife, 3 children I would die for. I worked long hours, built a home from the ground up, and gave my family everything I had. I was the dependable one, the provider, the man who never questioned loyalty because I gave mine freely and completely. I had no reason to doubt her until everything unraveled because of a forgotten letter in an old photo album and a single slip of the tongue from my youngest son. The letter that changed everything. It started on a lazy Sunday afternoon. My wife, Claire, and I were cleaning out the garage. Our youngest, Matthew, now 18, had just moved out, and we were downsizing. Among the boxes, I found an old photo album from our early years. Pictures of Claire, pregnant with our eldest, Samantha. As I flipped through the pages, a folded letter fell out. I didn't mean to read it, but it was addressed to my one and only. The date, 6 months before Samantha was born. Curious, I read it, and that's when my stomach dropped. It wasn't written to me. It was filled with romantic language, longing, and memories of stolen weekends. It was signed with a name I didn't recognize, Jay. I calmly asked Claire who it was. She froze. Then she said something I'll never forget. That was just a fling. It didn't mean anything. It was before we were solid. You have to understand, he was just there. I had been married to this woman for 22 years, and she casually brushed off what looked like a love letter to someone who may have fathered my child. I wanted to scream, but instead I stayed quiet and started looking for answers. The lies run deep. That night, I couldn't sleep. I pulled out the birth certificates, old photos, dates, and timelines. Samantha was born just 8 months after Claire and I got married. We always chalked it up to her coming early, but suddenly I wasn't so sure. I started digging. DNA test kits were ordered in secret. I tested myself and each of my 3 children. When the results came in, the truth nearly broke me. Only Matthew was mine. Samantha and our middle son Jonah weren't biologically related to me at all. The confrontation, I didn't confront Claire right away. I needed more. So I went to Samantha first. I sat her down and asked her if she ever felt like something was off. Her eyes darted. She tried to deflect. Then I asked a different question. Did you know I'm not your biological father? Silence. Then tears. She broke down and confessed everything. Claire had told them, all of them, when they were teenagers. Told them not to say anything to protect the family, that I would leave if I ever found out. She begged them to keep her secret and lie to me for their entire lives. And they did. They lied to me for years. The revenge. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things or storm out. That's what they expected. What I did was worse. First, I got my legal documents in order. I rewrote my will. I removed Claire completely and rewrote my estate to benefit only Matthew and a few charities. Next, I met with a divorce attorney. I filed on grounds of fraud and marital misconduct. Our state allowed retroactive claims on deceit and paternity. My lawyer said I had a solid case for damages. Then I called a family meeting. I told them everything I knew. DNA, the lies, the betrayal. I watched Claire's face fall apart as I laid out the proof. I turned to the kids and said, "You may not have chosen this, but you all knew. You helped her lie. You protected the person who betrayed me, and for that, I can't forgive you. Not yet." I left the house that day. Claire begged me to stay. She called. She cried. She emailed me daily. Said she'd do anything to fix it. But there's no fixing decades of betrayal. The fallout. The divorce was finalized within the year. I won a substantial settlement due to the fraudulent paternity issue. Claire had to sell the house. She lives alone now in a small apartment. Samantha and Jonah tried reaching out after a while. They said they were sorry. They said they were kids and scared. I told them I understood, but understanding doesn't mean reconciliation. Trust isn't something you rebuild in a day. The new life today, I live in a smaller house, alone, but free. I see Matthew every so often. Our relationship is stronger than ever. The pain is still there. The loss of what I thought my life was, it lingers. But I've learned something powerful. Sometimes the truth doesn't set you free immediately. It breaks you first. Then in the silence, it rebuilds you.